Who would? Which child would Jesus collaterally blow the legs off in a campaign of shock and awe? Or would George Washington have evened a personal score? Which bloody African crisis is far more profitable to simply ignore? Where have Jay and Madison and Tom Paine gotten off to? What faceless corporate figureheads stand tall in their places? Which agency slickly packages the promotion of their short-sighted agendas? Why is it unpatriotic and practically a terrorist act if one does not press yes in every vote for more defense spending? Why does the illiterate enemy live in caves wearing dirty bathrobes and sandals? Why is it called defense when we are the ones attacking? How is it that all the major lands are wrong and just we are right? And who are we really, standing alone and righteous behind our one true God? Why do the ragtag enemies rejoice in our invasion and stream on in with new recruits and plenty of fresh money to places they were never allowed to go before? How does draining wetlands, cutting forests, relaxing emissions, preserving the sanctity of marriage, and stopping abortion add to our so-called precious national heritage and traditional family values? Who would Moses leave in tears amid the rubble of what was at best a shack? Who hides behind the bullshit line, my country right or wrong? Why would we think that those who so blindly got us in could safely lead us out in honor? Why does it cost billions a month to keep me safe here in the heartland, and why can't my children read? Where are those awful WEMDs that were such an immediate threat to my family? Who would take such huge bonuses while sending research jobs overseas? How much gall does it require to tell us that it is good for the country? How long until their compounds are breached and we stone them outside in the sun? Who believes that sales and marketing will innovate when R&D is in India? Who thinks everybody here will be able to use their college education? Who says unemployment figures should not count those who have given up looking? Where does the Constitution say corporations control the executive branch? Would Eisenhower have negated an anti-missile treaty? Did Kennedy ridicule government scientists if it helped out a conglomerate donator? Who would provide a semi-conquered people free universal health care? Who would allow 50 million citizens to work without health insurance? Who would smirkingly declare, "Bring 'em on," beneath a mission accomplished banner? Where did the trillion-dollar debts come from in those short, greedy years? Why have giant tax cuts for the rich not trickled down to stem the increase in poverty? Who would profit on packaging worthless loans and then blackmail society for a bailout? Why do our wonderful young people torture prisoners while snapping cell phone pictures? Upon what unstable high ground do we stand and preach with moral authority? How can those who let us in with their blind hubris lead us out with our dignity? When did our freedom of the press succumb to for-profit entertainment? It appears that if no child is to be left behind, then all must finish last. When did simultaneous shouting replace reasoned public debate? Did Lincoln choke on a corporate snack watching football on the couch? Why won't the Arabs pump more oil after seeing our soldiers every day? Where would the Crusaders have defecated just to anger local residents? How is the Middle East better with us dropping drones and outsiders killing everywhere? Why can't old Europe understand our need to proselytize with arms? Just how are we safer despite our vast spending in a global war on terror? How do our ADT-affected children spend hours raptly playing video games yet cannot study? Why can't all production, engineering, and R&D be done cheaper, far away? By what inalienable right should your offspring have the opportunity to live just as well as you? Who would censor the reality of death and war to maintain popular support? Why is it unpatriotic to decry a foolish decision acted upon ineptly? Where are these boogeymen who cost us $500 billion for defense every year? How can these children compete for the good careers of tomorrow with mercury in their brains and diesel truck fumes in their tubercular lungs? What new skilled jobs await the 70% who do not understand simple interest or percentages? Who would let corporate timber clear-cut just the large trees that they crave and smirkingly give it a fanciful name like healthy forests? Who would relax pollution standards and label it their Clean Skies Initiative? Why would the government unfairly relax fuel and pollution standards for fat SUVs and pickups? Who has the gall to label job exportation a patriotic expression of free trade? Who, meanwhile, votes agricultural subsidies to protect their donors' corporate farms? Who would ridicule, silence, and ignore scientists who present unfavorable findings? Who gives money to the groups whose prejudice is blessed by their God? How does spending millions on attack ads enhance the electoral process? How, you ask, are we safer at home with our boys dying every day far away? Who then has actually cut off the oil supply and forced us into fracking? Where are the good new jobs to replace those farmed out forever overseas? How is it then that evangelical Christians actually differ from Muslim fundamentalists? Who would dare ask, where is it still morning in this land that we demand that our God bless?